Congratulations on your purchase of Wireless Whiskers, the AutoDiet Feeder that is so smart. It not only welcomes your pet by name, it puts them on a diet automatically. In this video guide, you'll learn how to set up and program the amazing features on your new feeder. First, let's look at some do's and don'ts. The left side of the table shows recommended uses for your feeder. The right side shows things that are not recommended. Remove all items from the product box. Review the safety instructions and cautions in the owner's manual. Remove all the packing tape and protective foam pieces from the feeder. If you will be using batteries, they can be installed underneath the feeder. Take care to insert them with the correct polarity. Installing batteries will provide backup in the event of a power outage. Next, loosen the screws at the top of the feeder and install the feeder tube. Then retighten the screws. Carefully remove the cover. And pour in your preferred pet food. Press the cover back into place. Plug the power adapter into an outlet and into the back of the feeder. And your feeder is ready for use. Turn on the feeder by pressing and releasing the center button. Do not hold down the button for more than 10 seconds, or this will reset the feeder to the factory settings. The feeder boots up and performs a test sequence. It also displays the electronic serial number, or ESN product ID for your feeder, which can also be found using the menu. If you press the center button to turn it on and attach wireless tags to your pet, that's all you have to do to make your feeder work. It will measure and set the allowance for your pets. However, to get the most of your feeder, this guide will teach you how. The control panel consists of a display, 3 LED lights, and a keypad. The top green LED lights when the feeder is receiving power from an AC adapter. The middle red light flashes when there's an alert. The lower yellow LED flashes when a wireless tag is detected. The LED display shows the time and date along with the feeder settings. It also shows pet statistics, so you can keep track of how much your pet is eating. You can turn off certain display information if you wish. Let's take a closer look at the keypad. The round center key is used to turn the feeder on or off and to select setting when in menu mode. The up and down keys allows you to scroll through available options and features. The right key advances the cursor along the display line to the right. The cursor will cycle back into the beginning of the line if you continue pressing. The left key does not move the cursor to the left. It's an escape key which moves you back to the previous menu level each time you press it. It retraces your steps until you finally exit menu mode. Operating and programming the AutoDiet Feeder is very easy. In menu mode, you can access all available feeder settings. The menu is like a tree, starting at the trunk and branching out to various options and features. To enter menu mode, simply press the center key once. The quick reference guide can also be found at the back of the owner's manual. Let's show an example of how to change a setting. Press and hold the center key to activate menu mode. In this case, it shows the time and date. Press the center key once more. It'll give us the option to change the time. Now to change the time, we have to select time and select today, which is Thursday, and the time is 6:01 p.m. And then you use the right cursor for the desired setting. Now we have Thursday, 6:01 p.m. We go back to change the date now. It went back to time and date. We'll have to select that. Now it came back to time. Notice the symbols on the second line. These provide helpful hints on which buttons you should press to change the current setting. It is June 27th, I believe. And then finally the year, which is 2013. You always use the right cursor. Do not use the left one to go back, because it will go back without setting it. So what we're going to do is choose 2013 and select. Now we have set the time and date on your feeder. The feeder has 4-door control setting to accommodate a wide range of feeding environments. In automatic mode, the doors remain open until pets reach their available allowance. Then the door closes anytime a pet tries to overeat. Doors reopen after 1 minute if the pet departs. In advanced mode, pets must learn to lower their head to open the doors. The doors remain closed unless a pet is detected with an available allowance. Always open is an override setting which keeps the feeder permanently open. Always shut is an override setting which keeps the feeder permanently shut. Door control settings can be found under System Control menu. We recommend the automatic mode while your pets get used to the feeder. In the advanced mode, your pets must lower their heads to open the doors. Registering wireless tags is simple. All you need to do is press the tag against the front of the feeder. The yellow light will flash and a display will indicate Welcome Pet A. And when you see Hello Pet A, you can remove the tag but not before. Now I'm going to show you how to actually edit your pet's name. Press the center key to activate menu mode. And then use the scroll up and down for the desired setting. In this case, we need to change our pet name. It'll show you edit/delete pet. Select. You have to select it one more time. And then we're going to enter, in my case, my pet name, which is Alfie. You can fast scroll through the letters by holding down the key. A. And then select by moving the right cursor, the second letter. And then select. Now, I have my pet, Alfie, programmed. To register and name additional pets, just repeat this process. Now let's talk about the correct fitting of the wireless tag. Do not remove either ring from the tag and attach it to any standard collar. Make sure the tag dangles facing the feeder and that the collar is loose so that the weight of the tag censors itself. The tag will not function if it's on the side of the collar.
You can check correct operation by watching the yellow light flash about once a second, confirming detection. Occasional breaks up to 5 seconds are normal, while the processor is busy with other functions. The feeder is designed to detect the tag when your pet lowers its head to feed. It will not detect it while your pet is sitting next to the feeder. One of the great things about the AutoDiet Feeder is that you can forget about measuring cups, portion sizes, and numbers of meals per day. Why? Because the AutoDiet Feeder automatically figures it out for you. In addition, the portion control feature meters out the allowance gradually throughout the day to prevent gorging. The AutoDiet Wizard works by monitoring and measuring how much each pet eats. It then automatically sets your pet's allowance based on its measured behavior. In most cases, you should allow the feeder to automatically measure and set your pet's allowance. Anytime your pet tries to exceed its available allowance, the doors will close. The AutoDiet Wizard is activated anytime a new pet is registered. By registering your tags, you have already activated the wizard. It will start measuring how much your pets eat over 3 days starting at midnight. You can reactivate the AutoDiet Wizard anytime you wish to recalculate your pet's allowance. The AutoDiet Wizard can be found under the AutoDiet Setup menu. The portion control setting is used to prevent gorging by your pets. It can also be used to prevent feeding during night hours. By default, the portion control feature divides all daily allowances into 24 portions, which will accumulate throughout the day. This is like cutting a pie into 24 slices and then making it available 1 slice per hour. The portion control setting can be found under the AutoDiet Setup. We recommend hourly interval for most pets. If you want to put a pet on a diet, this can be done with just a few keystrokes by changing the Adjust Auto Diet settings. You can also manually set your pet's allowance by changing the daily allowance settings. You should not try to manually change the allowance until you know the baseline calculated by the AutoDiet Wizard. Before you change a setting for a pet, you must first select it. This can be done by detecting the tag or manually selecting it using the keypad. In this example, we're going to reduce Alfie's allowance by 20%. During normal operation, various information is displayed on the LCD screen. Time and date, system settings, pet statistics, and active alerts. This table shows you the different alerts you should be aware of. An active alert will be accompanied with a flashing red light on the control panel. As a special note is the underfeed alert, which flashes whenever a pet feeds less than 65% of its allowance during the prior day. This can be a useful early warning sign of a feeding problem or a possible illness. Pet statistics are shown between the paw print display. These show the allowance, today's feeding amount, and yesterday's feeding amount for the last pet detected or manually selected using the keypad. If you prefer less information displayed on your screen, you can turn off pet stats and system settings using the system control menu. There are 3 ways to lock out selected pets from the feeder. 1. Set the door control to advanced. This will lock out all animals unless they have a wireless tag. 2. Manually set a pet's daily allowance to 0. 3. Register all pets that will be allowed to access the feeder. Then set the allowance of unregistered positions, pet A through age to 0. This will prevent any more pets from registering and locks out all but the registered pets. Here's a demonstration on how to lock out a pet position using the keypad. First, register the tag you wish to lock out by holding it against the feeder. Second, turn off the AutoDiet wizard. Third, set the allowance of the excluded pet to 0. The AutoDiet feeder is ideal for controlling access to different food types. An unlimited number of AutoDiet feeders can be set up, with an unlimited numbers of food types and unlimited numbers of pets. You can set up feeding stations containing different food types for specific pets using combination of lockout methods previously discussed. You will be able to devise your own strategy depending on your unique situation. The top 2 examples shaded green are recommended because they control allowances of both cats and dogs while preventing them from eating each other's food. The top example is the quickest to program. The second example can accommodate the largest number of pets. You may delete a registered pet from the feeder at any time using the Delete Pet feature. Select the pet and delete it. So we will delete pet C from the previous example. And now delete it. There are 2 ways to reset the feeder back to factory settings. You can do it using the keypad. There are 2 ways to reset the feeder back to factory settings. You can do it using the keypad. Alternately, with the power connected and the feeder turned off, hold down the center key for at least 10 seconds, then release, counting slowly. To turn the feeder off, hold down the center key until powering down is displayed, then release. The AutoDiet feeder has several safeguards in the event of a power loss. After power loss, all your system settings are restored, except for time and date, which can be reset at your convenience. As a safety feature, whenever the feeder is powered down, it will auto power up if a wireless tag is detected. This can be overridden only if the door control is set to always shut. If you install batteries, this will ensure your feeder will continue to work uninterrupted during the power outage. As a safety feature, the door will permanently open anytime the low battery alert is shown. This ensures pets do not get locked out of the feeder if the batteries die. If you normally operate using AC power, you can check the conditions of the batteries by pulling out the power jack and checking to see if the low battery alert is triggered. This completes the review of the features of your AutoDiet feeder. Please refer to the owner's manual for further details. The quick reference guide in the back of the manual will help you navigate through all the features of your feeder. We hope you found this guide informative and thank you for choosing Wireless Whiskers.